The seed fell in silence. No drum announced it. No heavenly voice declared, "Here begins the tree beneath which a Buddha will awaken." It simply dropped from the beak of a passing bird into the warm soil near the banks of the Naranjara River. The rains came. The little seed cracked open. At first, life was difficult. Goats tried to eat it. Children stepped on it. A particularly rude squirrel once buried 3 nuts beside it and acted as if he owned the place. Still, the tiny Bodhi tree grew. Year after year, it stretched upward toward the sun. Its roots pushed deep into the earth, drinking ancient water. Its leaves widened into green hearts that shimmered in the wind like small emerald bells. Birds came first. Parrots squabbled among its branches. Mynas nested in its arms. Tiny figs appeared by the thousands, feeding creatures the tree would never even meet. Fruit bats arrived at dusk like drunken monks, late for evening prayer. The tree gave freely, shade to travelers, branches to monkeys, rest to weary oxen, shelter to insects so small they lived entire generations between 2 folds of bark. The tree never moved, yet the whole world visited it. It watched kings ride past in glittering processions. It watched farmers argue about melons. It watched holy men meditate for 3 days, and then quit dramatically after 1 mosquito bite. Humans were strange creatures. They hurried constantly. They worried constantly. Even when sitting still, their minds ran around like frightened chickens. The tree pitied them gently. Centuries passed. Storms bent its branches but could not break them. Droughts came and went. Empires rose somewhere beyond the horizon and vanished like footprints beside the river. The tree remained. Then, one evening, a man arrived. The tree sensed him before it saw him. Not because he glowed. Not because divine music filled the air. Thankfully, not because of a dramatic entrance on a white horse. No, it was because the man walked without fighting the earth beneath his feet. He moved quietly, carrying no anger, no greed, no demand that the world become something else. Even the birds fell strangely silent as he approached. The man sat beneath the tree, and the tree knew. Not with thoughts. Trees do not think the way humans do. They feel through sunlight and rain, through seasons and stillness. But it knew, this one has come to wake up. The nights passed. The man remained seated. Wind blew through the leaves. Rain fell softly upon his shoulders. Mara came with storms of fear and temptation. Though to the tree it all felt like another violent season passing through, the man did not move. The tree lowered its branches slightly, protecting him from the burning sun. Animals gathered nearby, without fear. Snakes rested in the roots. Deer slept beside him. Even the mosquitoes seemed oddly respectful for at least several minutes. Then came the final night. The stars hung over the earth in immense silence. Something changed. The tree felt it first in the roots, a stillness deeper than winter, deeper than mountains, deeper than the dark spaces between stars. The man beneath the branches had stopped searching. Humans spent their lives reaching for things. Wealth, love, power, answers, snacks, after midnight. But this man had let go completely, and in that moment the universe bloomed open inside him like dawn breaking over endless water. The Buddha awakened. The leaves trembled though there was no wind. The river seemed to pause, and the old Bodhi tree felt joy move through every branch. Some would later say the tree was sacred because the Buddha sat beneath it, but the tree never saw it that way. It believed it had simply done what trees do: offer shade, stand still, give without asking. The Buddha returned often through the years. He would sit quietly beneath the branches, sometimes smiling faintly at the rustling leaves, as though greeting an old friend. No words were needed between them. The tree watched thousands gather around him. Kings bowed before him. Monks listened carefully to his teachings. One man fell asleep during a sermon and snored so loudly that even the Buddha laughed. The tree remembered all of it. Then, one day, the Buddha came no more. The world continued. Birds still sang. Rain still fell. Children still climbed the branches despite being told not to. But the tree felt the absence deeply. Its friend had entered nirvana. Centuries passed again. The old Bodhi tree grew hollow with age. Parts of it weakened. Pilgrims still came to sit beside it, placing hands upon its bark with tears in their eyes. At last, one final day arrived. Axes struck the trunk. Wood cracked. Branches fell. The great tree collapsed slowly toward the earth it had loved for so long. And as its final leaves drifted through the air, the old Bodhi tree felt no fear. For hundreds of years it had practiced the Buddha's teaching perfectly, without ever speaking a single word. It had let go of every leaf, every season, every bird, every storm. And so, in the end, the tree released even itself. The wind carried the last leaf away, and somewhere beyond suffering, beyond form and name, an old friend was waiting beneath an endless sky.